Hey guys, so we just got off 24 hours worth of flights and a 2-hour train here. We didn't really do any kind of photos or recording or anything last night because we were buggered. So this morning, it's our first day in Florence. We're going to have a wander around the city and do a little tour this afternoon, which we'll hopefully get some good footage of. But we're about to go have breakfast and show you around the place. Let's straight into the breakfast. No waiting around at all. So we have the whole cafe to ourselves so far. All the sweets over here. So I'm being a fatty, having lots of eggs and bacon and breads. We have coffee. How's the coffee?
Very good.
And the rest of the food?
It's good. I just really want the pastries.
Yeah, that'd be next, right?
It's round 3.
Round 3. Alright. Well, we're going to dig into this and then enjoy the rest of the day. And the rain, unfortunately. Alright. Heading to Ponte Vecchio, I think is how it's pronounced, Ponte Vecchio, which is just over there on our right, the big famous building in Florence. And as you can see, it's pouring down rain. So we're doing our best to try and see the city as much as we can. Don't fall. And I'm trying to keep the camera from getting too wet. But we'll make the most of it. Let's see how we go. Here we are in one of the main squares in Florence, trying to get some nice photos, and old mate decides to park right in the middle of the square. Thanks, man. Yeah, makes for a great photo shoot now. So we're just wandering through the, oh, jeez, take me up. Wandering through Florence, just to check out all the sights while we can, while it's not raining too much. We just come to this big square, and there's a cool little Ferris wheel. I think Colette's going to ride on it. I don't think we can, it's probably too big. So basically this is where we are. Massive gate sort of thing over there. Pretty cool. And we're slowly making our way to the Duomo, the Florence Cathedral, and obviously that's the main hotspot for everyone here, so we'll make our way there nice and early and try to get inside, have a look, and see what we can find. So we just got out of the cathedral behind us there. We saw the crypts. It was very interesting. We saw all the old tombstones in that, and found out that it was actually an old Roman building, which is a lot larger now than what it used to be back then, as you can see behind me. This place is huge. It's the big bell tower. So I think the goal is now take a couple pictures, go find some lunch. There's Colette. She's hiding. She's shy. And then see what else we can find. I guess these places are all just about roaming, seeing what you can find and taking some cool pictures. And finding some gelato, yes. We haven't had gelato yet, and it's our second day in Italy. I think there's something wrong with us, to be honest, but we'll find some eventually. Whole shop just for toast. Yep, that's how they do it here. And Colette's keen. Ooh. There's toast with stuff. It looks quite nice.
It's like €5. What if it like on the gross like
Yeah. I think we might have to come back.
Sorry, it's a tough one.
Nutella. And I think we'll have to come back here.
Do you have a cart?
So one thing Colette loves to do is look at supermarkets when we're overseas.
It's only €1 for a cart. Do you have a cart?
So yeah, here we are basically looking around the supermarket because I guess that's what we do. We're on holiday.
They're great though.
No, I didn't. Where was it? A big bag of biscotti. Where? Huh?
Scotty, look at this like depths.
Yeah. Small supermarket has everything. Yeah, I know. It all looks pretty good.
We want to get chocolate and...
That's naughty food.
Yeah, but we're in Italy.
We basically had dessert for breakfast.
No.
But, yeah. You gotta do it while you're here.
Do you reckon that's just pistachio?
I don't know.
There's something rather air pistachio. I reckon that's chocolate, but extra.
Extra chocolate.
Fondant.
Chocolate with extra chocolate.
Fondant, so that would be fondant. I think we should, unless it's 40. It's a hot.
Alright, let's get your drink and get out of here. So I don't know if you can see this, but this thing, this cathedral, I shouldn't say thing, this cathedral, it's just giant. It's not until you get outside it, you realise how big it is. As you can see over here, this is the line that circles right around to the front of the cathedral, which is way around there. Now, I'm glad we waited for an hour and a half in the morning, so we didn't have to stand in that line. But we got lucky. So, yeah.
Probably still would have waited an hour and a half if we'd gone to the line now anyway.
Probably.
Actually, it looks longer.
I don't know, it looks pretty long to be honest. I don't know, I think the key is if you're going to the Florence Cathedral, get there very early, even if you have to wait. It's worth your day. Anyway, we're going to carry on. Alright, so we've come to one of the highlights in Florence. Luckily the weather's gotten a little bit better for us. Fingers crossed it stays that way. Here's Colette. So here we are about to start our Fiat 500 tour through the Tuscan Hills. As you can see, it is absolutely tiny, but I'm a little bit nervous driving on the wrong side of the road, the wrong side of the car. We're going to see how this goes. But I can't wait to get in this little beast. We'll see how we go.
How do you feel?
Nervous. Look at that. That's so cool. Stay. Okay, so we're driving on the other side of the road. It's interesting. Very interesting.
What's interesting about it?
Well, for starters, you're on the wrong side of the road and the wrong side of the car. And people here are crazy.
Why?
The drivers.
How so?
Well, there doesn't seem to be any road rules. You're just trying to avoid getting hit or hitting anyone is basically the goal, I think.
To avoid it or to...
Yes, to avoid it.
And a monastery. Still a running church, still a working monastery. So all the complex inside here is all still run by the monks. Okay. Nonetheless, from inside here, we have an amazing overview on downtown Florence. Is it your first time in town? So you'll see, the view is not bad at all.
The sun.
So we're halfway through our Fiat 500 tour, and we've stopped basically the Florentine Hill, or Florence Mountain, I think they used to call it, which is more like a hill, but it's got amazing views of the city. Absolutely amazing. We just spent probably 5-10 minutes roaming around in this church, which is entirely run by what do you call them? Monks. 1,001 years old, apparently. So it's pretty old, and it is amazing inside. It looks like a footbath.
I really want another car to try and pop in.
No, oh, don't say that. Don't do that to me. Oh, wow.
And the Chianti wine, the original Chianti wine is the Chianti Classico. The Chianti Classico area, it starts practically on the other side of the hills you see there. It's an area included in between the towns of Florence and Siena. I think Rufino is also making, it's Erba Vitale, it's called. It's a good one.
Hello! So we're trying our hand at driving on the right hand side of the road. It's pretty crazy. But whoa, and we got some crazy scooters. But so far we're, I think, about halfway through our tour. Traveling through the Tuscan Hills and I think we're going to stop off at a winery shortly. So, pretty cool so far. Can't complain.
How do you think of your...
Oh, what?
Can it make it?
Okay.
Come down here, through the olive trees. Okay.
We'll collect a few olives on the way.
Oh, I just got smacked in the head.
We're bringing olives home, everyone.
Jesus.
Okay.
Cute.
Well, this is us in the middle of Whee! Okay. Burnouts.
Are we sliding?
We were. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So we got to, I think, the final stop on our tour in our little Fiat 500s to, I don't know, they're one of the most amazing places that you could ever be in the countryside of Tuscany. And we came in. Here people are making their pizzas during their class, and then they go over there into that little building and eat it. And then this is the view.
Guys, help me a second. Somebody asked for a no pork, no pineapples. No pineapples.
See you, puppy. And we're on the road again. So just had the most amazing afternoon, lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. We're about to jump back in the cars, back to Florence. So amazing. And it's 7 o'clock at night, by the way. So fast flowing. The amount of people that are taking photos and just admiring the car is awesome. So we just finished our tour in our little Fiat 500s. We went through the Tuscan Hills, and it was seriously the coolest thing I've ever done. Driving on the wrong side of the road is pretty intense, I have to say.
You did such a good job.
Oh, thanks. Colette handled it well. There was no screams or anything. We had a few mishaps. Unfortunately, some people fell off their scooters. Colette came to the rescue, jumped out of the car and helped her pull her bike off the hill, which was good. But yeah, it was a bit sad for the chick that was driving it. But yeah, if you are coming to Florence, definitely recommend walkabout tours. Alex was our guide. We'll put the link in the description. And it's crazy. You're driving through Florence, and all these people just staring at you, taking photos, and these little Fiat 500s. It's awesome. So if you're ever here, give it a go, guys. It's definitely worthwhile.